I left northern New Hampshire in nasty, cold, dreary, snowy weather and arrived down in Big Pine Key, Florida a couple of days later to weather in the high 70s. Beautiful sunshine and nearly 2 hours more daylight each day. It's a buck up on the bank. It's a buck. I wonder if I can get him to bite. Hey buddy, what you doing? You want a cracker? You want a cracker? You hungry? He's not hungry. Nice seeing you. He's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, I think. By the looks of it, I see 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Maybe a 6. Got a little mangrove snapper hit the paddle tail. Nice. I don't think he's quite a keeper, but he's close. He's close to 10. We're going to let him go anyhow. The end of my 15-pound fluorocarbon, and you can see that the toothy critter just shredded it all to hell. So we're going to avoid that with a little bit of wire. Just got bit off by a big toothy critter here, so I'm going to put on a trace of wire onto the paddle tail. This is 23-pound wire, I believe it is. Pretty light wire, but it's enough to get the job done. I usually carry 3 or 4 of these long sections with a little 60-pound or 80-pound swivel at the end, so I can pick how much I want to use from it and tie that on, which is what I'm going to do now. I figured I'd show you how I do that. What I like to do is get it the length that I want, bend it over, squeeze it tight at the end, take my forceps and clamp down with the 2 ends pretty close together. And then you cross the 2. We're going to do what's called a haywire twist. We're going to cross the 2 in an X. And we just want to make sure that this angle here is 90 degrees or even a little bit more, so that when we twist, they twist one around each other. They both twist around each other instead of just one leg twisting around the center leg. You want them to both twist around each other so that you have a good secure connection. That's 2. I'm going to do it a total of 5 times. 3, and each time just make sure you maintain a big enough angle there. 4, 5, right there. If you don't have a big enough angle, what will end up happening is one of them will twist around the other and you won't have a good solid connection. So this is the end to our line here with the little tiny swivel. This is the tag end. This here is the tag end. We're going to pull it out straight. We're going to move the forceps down just to the end of the wraps. Just to the end of the existing wrap so we get some good leverage. And I've got the tag end and I'm just going to barrel wrap 3 or 4 times, right close up against each other, just like that there. And then you take it, bend it over a little bit so that you can get some leverage to twist the wire, and then you're going to break the wire off flush by twisting it. Just like that, and it pops off after a twist or 2. And that way you have a really nice haywire twist without having to use one of those ugly big snap swivels. And I've got just about 6 or 7 inches of very light wire. And I'm going to tie this onto my fluorocarbon. The next toothy critter that comes by isn't going to get my bait. Now we're ready for the toothy critters. Man, I made about 10 casts up the edge of these mangroves here. And I just had a Goliath grouper come and grab this about 10 feet from the boat. Probably 40 pounds. I saw him swirl on it. I set the hook. Look what he did to my wire leader. And that hook. Look at that hook, is almost straightened right out. Man, I drove it to him too. I really tried to get that hook set good. Probably too good. But he bent the hook and came off. That was exciting. I'm going to bend this hook back. Tying on another one is kind of a pain with this wire leader because I'd have to cut the wire and redo it. So I'm going to try to bend this hook back with my forceps to get it back somewhat in the right position. I might have overbent it a little bit, but that'll work. I don't have a wire straightener, but I can do my best to get it straightened out so it's not coming through the water like a snake. Man, that was exciting. That's not bad. Let's get back at it. We've got some mangrove snapper in here, right where that Goliath grouper bit. There's a bunch of mangroves. They're sitting in the current because the current's coming this way down the mangrove line as the bay fills back up here. Yeah, there's the mangrove snapper right there in that light area. I'm going to put you right down in the water. There's dozens and dozens of them. Man, so many of them. All right, hold your breath. We're going in the water. What we got here, but he hit it like a freight train. Man, I think it's a pretty good sized snapper if I had to guess. Yes, it is. That's a nice snapper. That's a nice snapper. Yeah, he's a good one. Oh yeah. Nice. He's a good one for sure. Look at those teeth. That's why they beat up on the bait fish. Man, he's a cocker. Well, I know he's going in the cooler anyway, so we're going to bleed him out while I got him right here. Just going to cut basically right in here. I don't like to cut towards myself, so I'm going to cut away and bleed him out. Fish meat. Fish are generally better when you can bleed them out. Let go, dude. Let go of my paddle tail. I need some more use out of that. Nice. Whoo-hoo, all right. Look at that bad boy. He's going in the cooler bag with the other one. Step out here. Just as easy to step out here and put him in the cooler. Beautiful sandy bottom here, about 2.5 or 3 feet deep. So it's, the water feels about 72, I'm guessing. Put him in the cooler with the other one. Oh, that's a blast. Didn't have a measuring tape out on the water, but what is he? He is 15 3/4 inches. Nice one. All right, we're gonna get him filleted up. I'm gonna start by coming in underneath these scales here. And I'm gonna pierce the back. seams are out. Little bastard's biting me on. Puncture all the way through, slant the knife down, and glide along that backbone. Scrape along the ribs. As much meat as we can. That's the beauty of this Wiffie fillet knife. It's bendable, very bendy, very flexible. Get real close to that skin. There's that fillet. That one.